Welcome to video number 6 in our PSI/CPT Guru Bootcamp, where we're going to review questions that either are not found in any textbook or the answers contradict each other. And as I said, not found in any textbook. Those of you taking a test from PSI, and that is about 29 states in this country currently, you're going to be faced with many questions on your test that simply are not in any textbook. It doesn't matter which one you read. Now I have right here on my desk, and you can't see them all, 6 different textbooks. These are the current books that your test is coming out of. Now, barbers especially, you have this feeling that your entire test is coming out of this book. If only that were true. The pass rate would be more than 35%. It's also coming out of the cosmetology books. It's coming out of a barber book from a company called Pivot Point. Some people call it Salon Fundamentals. There's even a question coming out of an esthetician book that has to do with organelles. So barbers, understand your test is coming out of 4, 5, maybe 6 textbooks. Cosmetologists, again, 4, 5, 6 textbooks. And then there's the questions not in any textbook. But where are all those questions? They're here in this book that you can get from this company, Cosmetology State Board Exam. Go to their website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Now let's move right into some of the questions on the test. Starting out right here, chemistry questions. Most of us, and I say including myself, didn't really like chemistry in high school or college and paid very little attention to it and somehow managed to skate by and get a diploma. You cannot skate by and pass your state board exam if you don't understand some basic chemistry. And here's a few of the questions you need to understand. Number 1, the study of matter is referred to as surfactants, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, or chemistry. The study of matter is referred to as surfactants, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, or simply the word chemistry. And the answer is D, chemistry. Thus proving that the theory, the longest answer is always correct, or is usually correct, is usually not correct. As I said in prior videos, the people who design your test, they know that old wives' tale. The longest answer is usually right, therefore the longest answer is actually not usually right. The study of matter is referred to as chemistry. Now, there's a question about the study of matter that is alive, or at some point in the past was alive. The study of matter that's alive or was alive in the past. Surfactants, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, or chemistry. And the answer is organic chemistry. The study of matter that is alive or was alive at some point in the past. And we tend not to think about plastic as having been alive at some point in the past, but plastic is made from oil. It's a petroleum distillate. Oil of petroleum comes from decomposed plants and animals, perhaps Dino from the Flintstones. Okay? Organic chemistry, the study of things that are alive or were alive. Now the next question says, the study of matter that never was alive. Well, that would be inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry, the study of things that never were alive. And there's a very simple test to decide between organic and inorganic. Things that are organic will burn or at least melt. Your cell phone. Anything made of plastic, which is all around us today. My car, I think, is more plastic than metal at this point. Plastic comes from things that used to be alive. Organic chemistry. If it can burn, it's organic. If it cannot burn, it's not organic. Water can't burn. Rocks can't burn. It's a very simple decision. Okay? Not so clear on your test because you're confused and probably your teacher never went over these things. Now another question that shows up all the time in the chemistry chapter, it says, a molecule with 2 distinct parts. A head, which is hydrophilic, and a tail, which is lipophilic, that allows oil and water to mix or emulsify. Now, most students at this point are staring at the ceiling going, oh, I don't know. I'll just find the longest answer and go with it. One more time. A molecule with two distinct parts. A head, which is hydrophilic, meaning attracted to water, and a tail, which is lipophilic, meaning attracted to fats, oil, and grease, that allows oil and water to mix or emulsify. And your choices are atom, molecule, element, or surfactant. Atom, molecule, element, or surfactant. And if you chose surfactant, you are correct. A surfactant is a molecule with both a head and a tail. It is the basic chemistry behind shampoo, soap, and every cleaning product on earth. Dishwasher detergent, laundry soap, if you go to the car wash. A surfactant is the underlying chemistry. It's the molecule that attracts water and dirt all together. It has two heads. The next question, which you will see going along the same line as chemistry, this says, a blank is the substance that is dissolved into a solution. A blank is the substance that is dissolved into a solution, and your choices are emulsion, solvent, solute, or surfactant. Emulsion, solvent, solute, or surfactant. Okay? And the answer is C, solute. A solute is the substance dissolved into another substance. Those of you who put artificial sweeteners in your coffee, when you stir the sweetener into it, the sweetener is the solute. It's dissolved into the other. Now think about sugar. Sugar does not really dissolve. You have to keep stirring it up because it'll keep settling to the bottom, right? Okay. The coffee is the solution. What's dissolved into it is the solute. Sweet and low, equal, whatever of those stuff you're using. Now, the next question says, a blank is the substance that dissolves another product, creating a solution. A blank is the substance that dissolves another product. Emulsion, solvent, solute, or surfactant. Solvent. Again, the coffee is the solvent. The sweet and low or the equal is the solute. When you mix them together, it's called a solution. One is the chemical being dissolved. One is the chemical doing the dissolving. Solute, solution, solvent. Words that you probably will never use again during your career, but you need to know on test day. Now, the final point I want to get at here. Those of you who can read this document, I will hold it up. This is a true document, came into our office the other day. This is a young lady, she's from Iran. Her primary language is Farsi, the language of Iran. Her husband called a couple of months ago and he said, my wife was a hairstylist in Iran for 15 years. She's now taken the test twice. She cannot pass it. It's a language barrier because here in California, they don't give the test in Farsi. He said, I have tried so many times to call the state board. We live in Bakersfield. Finally, I drove to Sacramento. And they had to speak to me. And they told me, well, you just need to go online and file for what is called special accommodations. He said, I run online. I really couldn't understand it. I called your company. I spoke to someone a couple of months ago. They walked me through it. I got a letter the other day. She has been approved for special accommodations. And here's the date of her letter, August 29th. Okay. So we're filming this video in the early part of September, so it's only about a week ago. He called yesterday and he said this, I didn't understand there's two parts of the test. I thought there was just the written part. So I said, well, yeah, there is just the written part. He said, well, can I send you a picture, a snapshot of what they sent us? I said, sure. It says right here, application file number, which we whited out. Okay? Attention examination candidate. You have been approved for the use of an interpreter for the written portion of the California licensing examination. The written portion suggesting there must be some other portion, correct? The point I'm getting at is the State Board of California hasn't changed this letter in over 3 years, back when there was actually two parts. You would think they could have gone in at some point to their computer system and deleted that sentence. But you know what they had time to do? To put PSI's phone number in gigantic big black bold letters down at the bottom. They had time to add that, but not time to subtract that. So I said to this young man, did you call them? And he said, I did. And again, I didn't have time to drive to Sacramento. He said, I'm just calling you. And I said, well, you know what? Okay, fine. There is no other part of the test. It's just the laziness of the California Board of Barbering and Cosmetology to go in and delete a simple sentence from this letter, which would have solved or saved you a lot of time, and I'm guessing not just you, but this is how little the California Board of Barbering and Cosmetology really cares about you. They care about your money. They don't really care about you, and this is the proof. They got in big bold letters how to call PSI and give PSI your money. They didn't bother to take out that one sentence from a 4 or 5 or 25-year-old document that says approve for the written part. There is no other part, but that sentence certainly suggests there is. Now, I'm going to close right here. If you've learned anything from this video today, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, give us a call, 760-534-4434. Visit us online at www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. Those of you who, like this young lady, don't speak English as your first language, we do have people who can speak to you in Spanish. I wish we had other languages, but we don't, but English and Spanish. If you want to get every question on your test, make sure you get our book. It's very reasonably priced. I'm going to open to a random page and show you how it looks. There's the question, the 4 possible answers on the state board exam, the correct answer, and even the page in each one of the 5 textbooks the state uses. So no matter what textbook you have, you can go read more about it if you want. Again, subscribe if you have learned anything today, and look out for our next video. Thank you.